get started in just a little bit here. I'm just gonna get let people kind of trickle in, so probably starting about. I think 6,000 probably fine. Okay, and go ahead. Started here. If there's a quality issue, should be okay. What's going on, everybody? I'm Kotasa. I am of the Arizona Outlaws, and I'm going to be hosting awards today. I usually do it. I didn't do it last season because I had some stuff that came up. Um, I'm excited to be back and get through our awards. So, if you haven't seen these before, typically how it goes, we do the DSFL awards. The All Pro teams come first. Then it's the quote unquote like major awards. Then we transition to the ISFL All Pro teams. We do the second and the first team over there, and then we go through their major awards, and then we do the Hall of Fame presentation at the end. Um, oh, oh, that's Uber messing with me. That's got to be Uber messing with me, right? Like that's, yeah, yeah. He's got to be trolling, right? All right. Well, I'm just gonna go. Yeah. Anybody else besides Uber, let me know if there's quality issues. So we will go ahead and get on into. Okay, cool. It may be because I was like facing away. Anyways, go ahead, get on into it. Um, all right. First team. Well, this is the DL, so they're all first team. We got CG Breezy Jr., quarterback out of Tijuana. For the running backs, we have Birdie Mannering Phipps, out of Bondi Beach. We have Kyle Bessie out of Tijuana. For wide receivers, got Diego Lopez de Castilla. I hope I said that right. Out of Norfolk, and Lane Frost III out of Dallas, and Thomas Sutha out of Minnesota. Uh, for tight ends, we've got Local Cryptid and Asher Daniels. We've got Klaus von Reins, Reinhers. I hope I said that right. At our own line spot, as well as Triceracop out of Bondi Beach and Ivanov out of Minnesota to wrap up the own line there. Moving over to the defensive side of the ball at D tackle, we have Oops All Pro and Dormo Bloodhand at the D tackle spots coming out of Portland and Kansas City, respectively. D ends, we've got Crazy Tomato at Kansas City and Likes Axelot out of London. Our linebackers are I'm an Outlaw out of Tijuana, a Waffle out of London, and I thought there was three. Okay, well there's only two there, so fine. And then our cornerbacks are Xavier Moreno uh, out of Portland, Trent Thigpen out of Tijuana, and at the safety spots we've got Sebastian Lovecraft and Scott Jr. out of Tijuana, respectively. So those are our All-Pro teams. Moving on to the major awards. Congratulations to our All-Pro teams and the DSFL. Um, we've got our first team specialists. We've got oh, sorry, I forgot about special teams, guys. That's on me. Joe Bazooka's our returner, and the Master Chief is our kicker and our punter. And that will wrap up the All-Pro team. All right, on to the major awards. My apologies for forgetting special teams. We have up first our offensive performance of the year. Our nominees are going to be Chappie McChapperson, week 2 out of Dallas, Birdie Mannering Phipps out of week 7 out of Bondi Beach, Hercules Henry, week 13 out of Minnesota, and then Anakin Skywalker, week 4 out of Kansas City. We will go and check out who our winner is. Is going to be Anakin Skywalker week 4 performance. That was against Norfolk. Skywalker had a crazy game. 207 yards, averaged 7.1 yards per carry, and had 4 touchdowns. He scored them all before the second quarter had even finished. So it was about halfway through the second quarter is when he scored his 4th touchdown. So absolutely dominant performance by Anakin Skywalker. Congratulations. On to our defensive performance of the year. We've got Dylan Friedland, week 3 out of Kansas City. Xavier Moreno, week 3 out of Portland. I hope I said it. Googer. I'm assuming it's like Cougar, but Googer. Week 11 out of Norfolk. I'm an Outlaw, week 11 out of Tijuana, and the Red Panda, week 13 out of Minnesota. Kind of crazy that we've got 4 nominees from 2 of the same weeks. I think that's kind of neat. We will go ahead and check out who our winner is here, or should I say winners, because we have a tie, which is kind of wild in runoff voting. I think that's pretty neato. We haven't seen a tie in a very long time. So I'll go through both of them. For I'm an Outlaw, Tijuana won 34-10. They played Portland that week. And I'm an Outlaw had 4 sacks, which is a single game record, and a tackle for loss. But Xavier Moreno, defensive performance of the year. Portland won 51-21. I want to say they played Norfolk that week. And Moreno had 2 interceptions that both went for touchdowns and forced a fumble in that game. So both dominant performances by both these guys. Congratulations to the both of them. All right, we'll move into our offensive rookie of the year. We've got Chappie McChapperson, Hercules Henry, Willie Swaggart, and Pitter Patter. Let's get at her and check out the winner of offensive rookie of the year. And our winner is Hercules Henry. Henry had 966 rushing yards and 10 touchdowns. He also added 187 receiving yards. So, 1,000 yards from scrimmage plus. Pretty good season by Hercules Henry. Looking to build upon that next season, I am sure. And we will go into our defensive rookie of the year. Congratulations, Hercules. And our defensive rookie of the year nominees are Ali Starr, Minnesota linebacker. We've got Perry Passive Man, linebacker, London linebacker. Xavier Buckley, another linebacker out of Portland, and I'm gonna butcher this one. Siri Gelstorm. Uh, I am not sure what position they play. I'm very sorry. But we'll go into our winner. And they're from Bondi Beach. But we will go winners here, and it is going to be Ali Starr. Ali Starr led the league in tackles as a true rookie. You don't see that super often in the DSFL. Had 126 tackles. Also had 17 tackles for loss, which was 3rd in the league, and then added 8 sacks to that total. So congratulations, Ali Starr. We'll go ahead and move on to the Offensive Player of the Year awards. A lot of good nominees on this list. We've got Birdie Mannering Phipps, running back out of Bondi Beach. We got CG Breezy Jr., Tijuana quarterback, Kyle Bessie, Tijuana running back, Lane Frost III, wide receiver in Dallas, and then Triceracop, offensive lineman in Bondi Beach. Big shout out to Triceracop, man. Making the offensive player of the year ballot as a O lineman is tough, and that is sick that he did it. Without further ado, we'll go ahead and get into our award winner. And it's going to be Birdie Bannering Phipps, aka BMP, who I'm going to refer to you as from now on. BMP had a stellar season, had 1,247 rushing yards, along with 10 touchdowns, and 316 receiving yards and 4 touchdowns on top of that. So, absolute weapon for Bondi Beach, really had the offense flip. Congratulations, BMP. Uh, but that's why Triceratops on that list is opening up holes for this guy. So, congratulations, BMP. Reward. Moving on to our defensive player of the year. Got Ali Starr out of Minnesota, Crazy Tomato out of Kansas City, Thor Dangerous out of Portland, and I'm an Outlaw out of Tijuana. Go ahead and check this one out. And it's going to be I'm an Outlaw out of Tijuana. I'm an Outlaw had a stellar season, was second in the league in tackles, only behind our previous award winner. With 117, had 17 tackles for loss, which was third in the league, led the league in sacks, and also had four forced fumbles, which is tied for first. He also had a safety on top of that. So absolutely stellar season for I'm an Outlaw. So congratulations. All right, now we have our GMs of the year. As always, when we go through this award, DSFL GMing is really tough, and they are probably it's arguably the most important position in the league, helping all our new users adjusted and to make it to the ISFL. So we want to give a big shout out to everybody who who GMs in the DSFL. Oh my God, I cannot talk today. Our nominees are 110 Radio and Psychro out of Dallas. We've got JDC 4654 and Electric Tree out of Kansas City. Pug Walrus and Tooth Pete out of Portland. Big shout out to those guys. They just stepped down, but they had a stellar season this year. Lieutenant Huds and Chicken Lips out of Minnesota, and then Swoosh and Ultimate Destroy. I feel like there should be an R at the end there, man. Out of Tijuana. We'll go ahead and check out who our winners are. It's going to be Swoosh and Ultimate Destroy winning the GMs of the year. I'm in the Tijuana locker room. These guys do great work. They really have been helping out the rookie this year. Well-deserved award, but again, just really want to emphasize how important the DSFL GM of the or GMs are just to the league in general. They are, again, the most important position in the league. So, congratulations, Swoosh and Ultimate. And now, our MDM. Got a lot of great nominees here. Got Captain DMG, Dagon, Prisms, Sizzle, and the Hoovian. Talk about all these guys, but we'll just get right into it. They've all just really dove into the league head first, and I'm really excited to see them going forward. And our winner is going to be the Hoovian. Just went first overall in the ISFL draft. There's a reason for that. Big thing with the ISFL is, they go after some great users, and the Hoovian's really gonna help out in Chicago there. Has been putting out some great media. Really like the D&D article. Big fan of that as a D&D player myself and DM and all that. So big congratulations to the Hoovian. All right. And now, our most valuable player award. As always, if you won Defensive Player of the Year, Offensive Player of the Year, you won't win this one. Not a consolation prize or anything, but that's just kind of how it goes. So our nominees are the offensive and defensive players that were nominated, just combined into one big ballot. So we already went over these guys. We will just go right into it and see who our DSFL MVP is this season, and it's going to be CG Breezy Jr. Breezy, he's the quarterback in Tijuana. Had 3,021 passing yards on relatively low attempts, led the league with a passer rating of 105, had 26 touchdowns and only 2 interceptions all year long. Really fantastic season for him. Big shouts out to Monk, Lil Monk, that's my guy. So shout out to you, Monk. Congratulations. And congratulations to everybody nominated for that award. It's hard to get there, man. It is tough. So, without further ado, that is the DSFL. Thank you very much. Going to the ISFL. And our second team offense and kickers, we've got Nova Montaigne at quarterback out of Honolulu. Our running backs are going to be Kumquat Archipelago and Money Tolliver. Wide receivers going to be Big Mick Large Huge. Dolores Bickerman along with National Treasure. Tight end's going to be Detective Crashmore out of Yellowknife. Our offensive tackles are Dusty Wilson and Nathan Mager. I hope I said that right. Sorry, out of Berlin. Uh, Interior offensive line is going to be Mike Ermintrout, CTC, along with Dane Johnson Jr. I thought we only had one interior offensive line. It's cool that we have two, though. I am about it. Kicker Ray Baker, and then Swantavius King at the punter position. I gotta drink some. I've been talking to him. All right, onwards to the defense and returners. At D tackles, we have Joseph Reed and Carly Ray Jensen, Alex Armstrong and Man Toxic. I hope I said that right. At defensive end, outside linebackers are going to be Max Honestly and Sledgehammer. Interior or inside linebacker is Bubba Hogg. Cornerbacks Legs McMillian and Luigi Lankai. And then the safeties are going to be Diggs, sideline, touchdown, unbelievable, Vikings win it, and Russet Buster. Along with the flex, which is a defensive back, just safety or cornerback, being Charles Chapman, and your returner, Charles. And on to our first team. Congratulations to our second team. First team offense. First, we got Craig Gareth the Fourth out of Cape Town Crash. Running backs are going to be Frank Dux out of New York and Jarvis Harbinger, JHM. I'm just calling you J. Out of Cape Town as well. Just got moved, just got traded. So interesting. Wide receivers are Scotty McSix, Eli Prince, and Rocky Moreau. Moving on, our tight end is going to be Mr. Hog Molly. Hog Malley. I always say Hog Molly. It's Hog Malley. Offensive tackles are going to be Bengal Tiger Heart and Fortified Fridge. And your interior offensive linemen are going to be the Great Khali and Bruce Tollies. Shout out to Fridge. Love that guy. Defense. Mogago and McHammer are going to be your defensive tackles. The ends, Bruce White and Clint Mustache. Outside linebackers being Akaki Akiri. I hope I say that right. I mess it up every time I say his name. And Bay Webb. And then the inside linebacker, Lyeth Squirrel. Cornerbacks are going to be Benjamin Duvernay and Harley Andrews, with your safeties being Loose Cannon, Antoine Winfield Jr., and your flex being Bertol Halcombs, who is a safety. I know that. I know he's a safety. Little safety duo action there. All right, and then our special teams, our specialists, are going to be Zenzaroni Zystarch II. I hope I said that right. Your kicker, Hooter McGavin as your punter, and then Keanu Calhoun as your return. All right, going into the major awards. As always in the ISFL, the performance of the year has been condensed into one, so you have both defense and offense on one ballot. So you've got Frank Dux, week 5, JHM, week 9, Luigi, week 10, Loose Cannon, week 11, Nova Montaigne, week 12, and John Stark, the 7th, or the 8th. Sorry, can't count either, apparently. Week 16, go ahead and check out who our winner is, and it is going to be Nova Montaigne, week 12. Honolulu played NOLA. They won 59-30. Nova had 362 passing yards, 68% completion, and it had 7 touchdowns on only 28 attempts, which is a touchdown every 4 passes, which is pretty absurd. So that's pretty crazy. Our offensive rookie of the year, we've got Tunka Danstroll out of Baltimore. We got Swamp Maiden out of Colorado. Got Sam Mercury out of Baltimore. We've got Sim Gonna Sim out of Chicago, Thomas Passarelli out of NOLA, and then Octavian Speedings out of NOLA as well. We'll go ahead and check out who our offensive rookie of the year is going to be, and it is going to be Sim Gonna Sim. Out of Chicago, had 1,200 receiving yards and 6 touchdowns. Solid numbers for a rookie. So congratulations to Sim Gonna Sim. Big shouts out. All right, on to our defensive rookie of the year. Got Chicago Butcher out of the Yellowknife Wraiths. Amanda Hug and Kiss out of Chicago. Ryan McBean out of OCO, or Orange County, sorry. Norman Smiley out of Chicago as well. The Thu right? I'm sorry. I'm trying, man. Out of San Jose. Thathu Crit I don't know. And then Crasher Wake out of Austin. We'll go ahead and check out who our winner is here, and we've got Chicago Butcher out of the Yellowknife Wraiths. 83 tackles, 10 tackles for loss, 11 sacks, 3 forced fumbles. Can't really ask for much more than that out of your rookie linebacker. So congratulations to the Chicago Butcher, who is on the Yellowknife Wraiths. All right, and now we have our special teams player of the year. Again, this is condensed on we used to do returner and kicker and punter. Now it's all one. So you got kickers and punters and returners all going against each other. We got Ray Baker out of Honolulu. We got Keanu Calhoun out of San Jose. Mile Charles out of Berlin. Jane J. Jameson out of Arizona. Booter McGavin out of San Jose as well. And I'm going to Zenzaroni Zystarch II out of Yellowknife. Hey, shouts out to San Jose special teams, man. You got 2 guys on there. That's 3 phases of football. We'll go ahead and check out who our special teams player of the year winner is. It is going to be Jane J. Jameson. Had only missed 2 field goals all year, was 93% on those, 98% on extra points, only missed 1, and then had 31 punts inside the 20 on 75 attempts. So very, very solid performance from Jane J. Jameson. Congratulations. All right, on to the next one. And then our offensive player of the year. So we have Kumquat Archipelago out of Baltimore. We've got Frank Dux out of New York. Greg Jarrett IV out of Cape Town. Scotty McSix out of Berlin. Nova Montaigne out of Honolulu. And National Treasure out of Colorado. Go ahead and take a look here at our winner. And our winner is going to be Frank Dux. Frank Dux had a really, really solid season for New York. Big reason why they won a lot of games. Had 1,372 rushing yards, led the league in rushing yards, 4.9 yards per carry too, so it wasn't ineffective at all. 16 rushing touchdowns on top of that, and then had 619 receiving yards along with 5 receiving touchdowns. So a total of 1991, solid year. Wasn't around, but solid year, and 20 scrimmage yards and 21 scrimmage touchdowns. So congratulations to Frank Dux. We will go ahead and check out our defensive player of the year. So we've got Akaki Akiri out of Arizona. We've got Loose Cannon out of New York. We got Benjamin Duvernay out of Arizona. Joseph Reed out of Chicago. Bay Webb out of New York. And then Bruce White out of New Orleans. Big shout out to Joseph Reed. I feel like every single year this man is on this list at least nominated. So big shout out to him. We'll go ahead and check out who our winner is. It's going to be Akaki Akiri. Really solid season. Big shouts out to you, Lair. Was third in the league in tackles with 143. Had 12 tackles for loss, 12 sacks. But where he really shined was the forced fumbles, forcing 8 fumbles on the season, which led the league, and then also recovered 5 of them. So it wasn't just empty stats, So I believe this is his second defensive player of the year. So big shout out to him and congratulations. All right. Our general managers of the year. We've got Frazzle and Unconfident. We got Negs and Lord Coolcat. We got Lissiz and ABH89. And then Flex and Ice Bear 32 out of Honolulu. and ABH and the Sizz are out of Sarasota. Sorry. And we will just go ahead and check out who our winner is here. It's gonna be Flex and Ice Bear. 14-2 season, I think it was. Plus an Ultimus win. Really turned that, I've seen Honolulu start a dynasty, rebuild that dynasty, and now is back on top. So honestly, very impressive to be able to do something like that, because a lot of teams, it doesn't work out when they try and do that. So big shout out to Flex and Ice Bear. Congratulations, gentlemen. All right. Our MDM. Only had 2 people on the nominees this season, which is Thor and Baron 1898. Baron obviously does a ton of media stuff, has the Gemini Awards, really, really into league history. If you ever want to learn, go read their the trade. There's a trade article that's like 5 different articles. It's super long, but it's super crazy in depth. It's really, really good. Thor is obviously in head office and has been doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes. I can't exactly detail everything, but I know Thor has been pumping out the work. So we'll go ahead and check out who our winner here is, and it's going to be Thor. So big congratulations to Thor, who are our most dedicated member this season. Congratulations. And finally, for the awards at least, move on to our MVP. As always, our offensive player of the year and defensive player of the year are out. They've already won their awards, so we have the rest of the nominees from the offensive player of the year and the defensive player of the year going against each other. We'll go ahead and check out who our winner is. And it's going to be the 2-time MVP Kumquat Archipelago. Congratulations to Mr. Rev. Big shout out to him. Crazy season for him as well. Went to Baltimore, did not expect to put up. He told me himself he wasn't expecting the numbers that he got, but he was very happy that he did. 902 rushing yards on 5.1 yards per carry. He's also got 11 touchdowns there, which is solid, but really where he shined was the receiving game. Putting up almost 1,200 yards, had 1,180 receiving yards and 9 touchdowns. So totaling almost 2,100 scrimmage yards and then 20 scrimmage TDs. Absolute unit for Baltimore, really helped them move up and down the field. Big reason why they were the over in NSFC. So congratulations to Rev / Kumquat Archipelago. That's a fun name to say. I recommend you try it. And congratulations to all our ISFL award winners. As always, ballots will be posted after the stream is done. I will get those up right away. But for that, we have our Hall of Fame. Not sure if there's a transition into that, because there hasn't been, and then sometimes there is, so I'm just gonna click. If there isn't, that's great. There isn't. Upper Phantom, aka JQ. I just want to gush about this dude a little bit. Q is phenomenal. I've known him for years at this point, and he has always been super on top of the league. He on the PPT team when I first joined, so that he would always get those prediction posts, the graded posts out right away. He was also the banking head when the bank underwent that giant overhaul that we all love, and has a really nice interface now. We just click a button. There's no need to post in a thread. It's great. And now he's in head office. So Q has been phenomenal. He's really important to the health of this league. And anytime I see a picture of Johnny Manziel, I think about him, which is like weird, but it just goes to show just how much of an impact he's made on me and the league as a whole. So if you see Q / Opera Phantom, give him a Discord sticker wave or something like that. Hit him up like that. So congratulations on making the Hall, man. Very, very well deserved in my opinion. All right, and that is it for our users this class. On to our players. We have first up Carter Knight, Carter Knott, as some may call him, who is a 2-time Offensive Player of the Year. Some would argue, he had one of the best quarterback seasons. Some would argue he should have been MVP, but I'm not here to make arguments. I'm here to read facts. S39 was that season. He won Most Outstanding Player, which is now a defunct award, but that is the basically user-voted MVP. Made 6 Pro Bowls. Really hard to do that as a quarterback, especially when you look, he only played, 8-9 seasons? I know it says 33 through 34, but you got to count those two. Second in career passer rating, third in career passing touchdowns, fifth in career passing yards. You really can't ask for much more than that from your quarterback. And he was awesome for the Sailfish, man. So big shout out to Frost, aka Carter Knight. Welcome to the Hall of Fame, my man. Second player in the Hall of Fame for him. So That's pretty cool. And then our final inductee is going to be Bender Bending Rodriguez, linebacker for Orange County. Doesn't have the super stacked awards profile you expect from a lot of Hall of Famers, but linebacker is a very competitive position. It's hard to win awards there. So a three-time Pro Bowler and two-time first-team All-Pro. But man, this guy racked up stats. You have first in career defensive tackles. He had almost 1,500 tackles. So to like put that into perspective, like three below him is like 100 less. So like the gap gets pretty wide there. He was second in fumble recoveries, so real team player. Fourth in career TFLs and eighth in sacks. Just absolute stat sheet stuffer. Stat sheet stuffer. Talk. Um, so congratulations. I think this is really well deserved. I know some people were kind of iffy on him. I thought he should make it, but the big shout out to Bending Rodriguez. If you try to look him up in the stat sheet, just so you know, there's an old Bender Rodriguez from like season one, so it'll say he played in season one through season. So that is our awards show. I hope everybody enjoyed. It's been fun hosting as always. Uh, I will get those ballots posted and signatures posted on the forum right now. I hope you all have a wonderful evening. All right. Thanks. Goodbye.